GroomersTake. So, how we feeling today, Leaf fans? Yet another season goes by, and we are disappointed. Frustrated. It's a failure. You can't really... It's a bit of a failure. I mean, let's look at the game itself. It was pretty boring. There wasn't much to it. I thought the Leafs controlled most of the game. Outshot them 33-21. Korpisalo got the nod. 33 save shutout. Not bad for a 26-year-old making just over $1.1 million a season. Anderson, I was thinking, he was doing pretty well. He was making saves when he had to. He wasn't tested very much. And then, of course, with whatever little sails the Leafs had, they were taken away with just under 9 minutes to go with yet another horrible bad goal by Anderson. What do you want? Just inside the goal or outside the goal line. Almost from the goal line. A shot. Squeaks through your pads. It just had a weird feeling the whole game. Tavares had plenty of chances, hit the post. And once he hit the post, it was like, oh boy, this doesn't have a good feel to it, does it? It was tough. Sheldon Keefe stacked the top line, putting Tavares, Marner, and Matthews together, the money line. And yeah, sure, I don't mind it, but when they're dog tired, who are you going to look for now? You got Nylander on a second line center with Kapanen and Hyman? If that top line's not getting it done for you, then who the hell else is going to? In a game 5 last night, that's not going to happen. The team already can't play defense together. And that's the other thing with Freddie is, what if he had an actual good defense in front of him? What if he had a good all-round defensive team in front of him, like the Islanders, like the Hurricanes, like the St. Louis Blues? Would it be a different story for Anderson? We'll have to see. Barry's gone. I think they have some other UFAs, but you're going to have to do something on that defensive core, because if you go in with what you have now, next year, minus Barry, but maybe you bring Sandin in or something, it's not going to be better. I think Cece's a UFA. See you later. $4.5 million. Good for Ottawa to get away from that one. Great job on that trade part. But it's another disappointing season. Barry got hurt. That sucked for the rest of the game. He won't be back. Someone will overpay him. He'll get 6+. You get into talking with your buddies and the group chat here and there. Everybody bashing everybody. The Shannon plan doesn't seem to be working. The Dubas build doesn't seem to work. He overpaid too many guys. But even still, this team should have been good enough to win. And I'm not even putting it on Keefe. You got to put it on the players before anybody else. You want to act like you're the talk of the talk, making all this money, but when it comes to walking, you can't do it. You can't show you can do it. Something has to change for next season. No one knows what it'll be. I'm sure Dubas doesn't even know. Shanahan doesn't know. They'll have to sit back and wait. Maybe tonight they get Alexis Lafreniere. Sorry, not sure which one he goes by. But it's kind of insane that one of these 8 teams that just got eliminated in the play-ins could get him. The Oilers, again, could get the first pick. The Pittsburgh Penguins, Sidney Crosby could be playing beside Alexis Lafreniere. I'm going with Lafreniere. Sorry. It's crazy. The Rangers, Nashville, Minnesota. Oh, I would not want him in Minnesota. Nashville could use him because Duchesne's not doing anything. But we'll see tonight, 6 p.m. Less than an hour away. Being a Leaf fan is hard, but I will be one forever and ever and ever. Trending on Twitter is Fire Dubas. Was it a bit too early for him? Young kid coming into a market like the Leafs? It's tough. It's really tough. And then, of course, one of my buddies has to come out and give me one of the most horrible stats I've ever heard in my life. Matthews, Tavares, and Marner combined make $33,527,000 a season. The entire Blue Jackets forward roster for this series was $40,596,582. That hurts. That's a stat I wish I didn't know. We're on to next year. I did put out the question to a lot of people. Are the Toronto Maple Leafs the most disappointing franchise in sports? Not just based on who they are and who they are expected to be. You haven't won a series since 2004. I was in high school. 16 years? The last 15 years have been miserable. There's no way a franchise like the Toronto Maple Leafs should have been going down this road. But I mean, you have to look at it with all the coaching changes they've had. Has it really been on the coaches? Was it really on Babcock? The players can't get it done. They can't play together. I love John Tavares as a player, but I was one of the guys that had his eyebrows raised when he was named captain because I didn't see him. When he talks, when he does interviews, I don't feel any fire. One interview with Nick Foligno this week, and I wanted to run through a wall for that guy. If he was my captain, I'd want to run through a wall. No, he doesn't have the skill John Tavares has, obviously. But he's captain material. Let's see what happens at 6 p.m. tonight and go from there. The real Stanley Cup playoffs start tomorrow. The final 16. I think in the afternoon, it's Columbus is right back at it against Tampa Bay. I mean, Tampa Bay's firepower, we get back into that, is absolutely absurd. Kucherov, Stamkos, Point. I really like Sorelli, too. They've got weapons everywhere. Hedman, I'm not sure if he's playing. I'm not even sure Stamkos is going to play. They have Vazzy back there. They got a lot of good grit at the deadline, and Barclay Goodrow, Blake Coleman, another one off the top of my head. We'll see how that series goes. I didn't do too great with my predictions, but I'm going to take Tampa 4-2 in this one, 4-2 in this series. That's with me saying that Hedman and Stamkos will play. I mean, Tortorella's got the Blue Jackets going, so you never know what could happen, but I'm hoping that Tampa Bay has learned something from last year and they're going to come out more hungry than ever, and it'll be a 4-2 series. There's a few other series starting tomorrow, but that's the only one I can remember off the top of my head. We'll get into all the series and all the matchups at a later date, but tonight let's focus on who the lottery pick is going to. Tough day in Leafs Nation. We'll see somewhere down the road. Thanks for tuning in. Bye-bye. Shout out, GroomersTake. Bye.